Hi everyone, welcome back to Not Creda. I hope you all are doing well. We are well into the first week of no school, and I got something in the mail. It is from HSN and it's on auto ship. It's a year of craft from Crafter's Companion, and I thought we could do a quick let's look at it and then craft. I'm going to do this a little bit different than I normally do, the like look at and unbox or whatever. I decided to go from the bottom of the container because I want to put all this other stuff back in here. So these are some labels, as you can, if you can see them, you just pop them out. And I like die cut sheets. These feel real thin, like I can bend this whole thing over. And it's a few in here, so I don't know what I'll do with them. I have a few shapes on my Scan and Cut that I could create, like this heart right here. I could definitely do a heart and put some holes in. And then we got some colored card, and this feels pretty standard for them for these boxes, and they're just the plain colors. And then other people probably have done great unboxings. Again, I'm not really doing an unboxing, I'm just showing you what's in there because I want to craft. Then I don't like these at all, not because I think that they are not good, I just don't like them. They're pre-cut die cut sentiments. I struggle with them sometimes, and I feel like they're kind of flimsy. Like if it was a little bit thicker, maybe I would like it better. But these are just two from your special, some random sentiments, and you can color them up with your alcohol markers or whatever. And then you have some printed paper. Usually I don't use the paper that's in the kits, so no worries, we won't be using that either. And then you have the standard envelopes, and probably have a card bases right here. Now the card bases are very interesting because if you notice right here, you have these shaped. I don't think they gave us these shaped cards. I think what they gave us is a template of all these, and you just make them how you want to make them. And we will get into that later on. And then we have a stencil, a rain stencil, which is awesome because in this kit, you get this. I like frames with flowers on there. So you get this frame, you get this flower, happy birthday, thank you, more little flowers, some sentiments you can stamp inside of this, and it says sow a seed of love. That's cute. A gift for you, seeds of love. I like that. So you can make your own little seed packet and put things in there. So you get that one. You get this, and so this goes along with those tags I was saying about. You could just stamp this on here. Enjoy a special gift just for you. Special recipe, cake, coffee. I never check the spelling on professional stamps, you know, not duplicates, but I probably should because I've received some from Michael's that were misspelled. Well, not received, I purchased them and it was misspelled. So it's always good to check out the spelling. This says pamper kit, so this would be really cool. Survival kit, crafting kit, sewing kit. Like say if you were doing a get together, because people are doing that now, right? Getting together, doing different things. In Texas, it never really stopped. It was kind of being snuck and done, but now people, anyway, which if that's what people want to do, that's what they want to do. I have no complaints. You know, you can make a little crafting kit, so you can put like a couple of sheets of paper, some buttons, some ribbon, some stamped images, and you can get together and you can craft and make a few things with that. Now this is what I'm very, very interested in, is this umbrella. I have like 2 umbrella stamps, but nothing as pretty as what I've seen them create. We're going to try to create maybe 1 or 2 cards today with that. For Not Creda, it has the same principle as Creda, kinda. Only as thing is, if I don't finish the Not Creda projects, then we probably won't see those anymore. I don't want to. I'm not doing back-to-back crafting, as in craft every day. This is you'll see when you see, right? Anyway, I really want to try to do this project. I like that. And it says baby shower, bridal shower, shower with love. Sorry, you're under the weather. I miss your birthday. Hoping your day is as wonderful as you. You bright my day, dance in the rain. I like that, dance in the rain. Although they have these rain boots. I don't have rain boots. I have the little guy. I got him a raincoat, not rain boots. You can't make a rainbow without a little rain. That's a true statement. Rain or shine, happy birthday. And then have these little raindrops. So we're going to put this one to the side. Then you have this banner die, which is cool. And then you have some ribbon, and you have another little die that cuts out the boot, the raindrops, and the umbrella. Now, the one thing that I think for me that I've grown more accustomed to in these kits, and they don't do it in every kit, and maybe they did it in the first kit and I just don't recall, is you get a lot of sequins and little flatback gems or whatever. Flatback gem, not sequins, flatback gems and pearls. And I don't think, in a few boxes I haven't received. I guess they said we gave you a whole bunch at the very beginning. Stop crying, stop begging, stop whining. Right? But you know, people are going to do all of that. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out real quick. Okay, so really quickly, you know, because we're crafting and chatting. I like getting craft stuff in the mail. So that's why I think that's why one of the reasons that I like to order the auto ship, and I don't go ahead and check it out. I just get it when I get it, and I find it is very cool to say, oh, what is this? Oh yeah, I saw that. But I didn't order anything from the last craft day. I think it was in May. I didn't order not one thing. I didn't even like tune in. I think school or something was going on. And with school, I tend not to focus on things for myself, because I can't really focus on that and focus on my son doing what he needs to do, you know, because he was doing virtual school at the time. I don't know about next year what's going to happen. But anyway, nonetheless, we are here, and this is what I am so excited about. I should have looked at the papers, because you see this argyle. I call it argyle. I know other people call it different, but I like that. You know, I like that paper. That and plaids just say something to me. So anyway, we're going to just go quickly through this, and it tells you everything that you get in this kit, which is amazing. Awesome, because, you know, sometimes you don't know what you get in kits, and then you get a kit and it's incomplete. So it's good to know that you have these things, and it tells you all the stuff that you get. And so you see number 2, it shows you all the cool papers, and then these are solid papers, which I didn't go through. And then right here, this one, number 10, is the book spine template. I have issues with plastic templates like this. Even though plastic is probably the best, I just struggle with making sure that they don't tear or rip. So in my head, I would probably figure out how to make a template like this or something similar to this and cut it out on something a little bit more sturdier than the plastic, even though the plastic should last longer than the paper, if you understand what I'm saying. So anyway, it says, plus turn to page 33 to discover more templates that you can, oh, let's see, 33. Look at this. Oh, yes. So just 30. And here's this template. Like I said, they probably give you the template for this. But if you have dies, you don't really need this template. You can just put your die and do this. I don't have any dies today. We're going to just make a plain card. But this is really cool, and this is cool. Most of the time, you can go to Crafters Companion website, and they have these pages already printable. So you don't have to worry about going into your paper. But you can always just copy this. This is a really cool card. Although I know a lot of men are into gardening, but I don't know a lot of men with like a gardening Father's Day thing. I don't know. But you know, if that's what people like, then that's what they like. Anyway, so yeah, they give you this template right here, and then this is the book template, the treasured memories. They're really pushing this book a lot, and it shows you how to make it. We'll go over this another day. It'll have to be a day that I have a lot of mental fortitude, because sometimes I struggle with that. And here's a little card you can make. They show you how to make a men's shirt or whatever, and then just some other stuff. We're not going to go through it because some people may not have gotten their kits yet, and I don't want to spoil it for them. I was watching a video a while back, and somebody was showing that they had got one of those craft magazines, and they were like, and I never thought about when I did the flip throughs as spoiling it for other people that got magazines. I always thought of it as me saying, hey, look, this is the magazine that's at Barnes & Noble's right now. I'm going to do a flip through for you, and if you like it, go pick it up. Never, oh, look, this is all the stuff that you're going to get, and it's a spoiler. But I stopped doing the flip throughs for a few reasons, just because I don't know if everybody was like really into them or not. So we're going to cut this paper down to 5.5. This is a regular 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. gonna cut it down into normal A2 size cards. You know, I wish that we all had one measuring system versus two, because it would make things a lot easier. Like when people say, oh, I'm doing an A4 card, I'm gonna do this card, or I'm doing this card. I'm like, what? Like, I know A2 just because that's what we use. But the other stuff, I'm like, great. I don't know what this is at all. So we're going to take this and pull this out. I really want to do this umbrella, right? So what I'm going to make, and you know what? I normally don't make get better cards, but today we're going to make a get better card. And I think what I want to do, I feel like this is going to be cool. We'll see. We shall see. These stamps are acrylic stamps, so if you are one of those people that don't really care for acrylic stamps, most of the kits come with acrylic stamps, and if you go to their website and buy like individual stamps, those are the ones that are photopolymer. You know, you've always heard me complaining. I tend to like acrylic better than photopolymer, just because it stamps out easier and it doesn't lift the paper just like that one just did. But I'm having some difficulties this morning, just so you all know, with my little stamping platform. I'm gonna have to pull my Tim Holtz back out. And that's the one thing I do not enjoy about the photopolymer, is what's going on right now. So I am just going to quickly dab it with some watermark ink or embossing ink, so it'll just stay put, it won't lift up, and then go on about my business and not be too upset. So do you have a RAS cart or a Walmart or Michael's cart? I have a RAS cart, and I even joined like a Facebook group to show, you know, for people to show how they have it decorated. And you know, the thing about these carts is people use them for everything. And I have been assessing my current craft situation. And you know, my problem, I tried. Now I'm at the realization that I need to narrow it down. But I tried, or I wanted to do more than one craft. And I feel like my living situation, because you know, I have people that live in my house, my family, is not set up for a lot of crafts. It's not set up to, I can't have a yarn room, a bead room, and then a paper craft room. Not as a family person. I would have to be semi-single. All right, so here we go. I die cut this out, and I'm going to, this is going to be our little mask. And semi-single would be like, you know, just dating, and they come over and visit, not stay. So yeah, and I happen to like my family, even though sometimes I feel like I'm not sure if I'm in the zoo or if they're in the zoo. So, but I enjoy it nonetheless. I welcome the crazy sometimes. We were at the store, my son and I were at the store, and you know, I think at the store is sometimes one of the places that he needs me to be silly with him, because he likes to run around, and every child does, I know. So I'm not saying that this is not, I'm not saying that this is abnormal, but usually I'll like, he likes to be tickled, so I'll tickle him. And we were at the store, and he was laughing so hard that this lady she just had to come around and see what was going on, and she was like, is everything okay? He's like, my mommy's tickling me. I'm like, ma'am. He's good. But I think sometimes people are enticed. I think enticed is a good word. This die cut out really well. Even though I feel like the umbrella should be a little bit longer, it cut out really nice. And we're going to use the short side. And I only want to get this top portion, so I don't want to get these. I want to just get this. And I was thinking that we could use blue, even though water is clear, but we're going to just fantasize a little bit. So yeah, he was laughing, and she poked her head around the corner. You know, people are nosy. I don't want it to rain up, right? All right, so here we go. And I'm going to tape this down. Now, I had watched Jennifer McGuire a while back, and she had showed a really good stenciling technique. And for the life of me, I cannot remember how it's supposed to go. And the thing is, that video is probably at least 3 years old, maybe 2-3 years. I don't know. It's an older video. But now that the summertime is here, we're going to be catching up on lots and lots of videos. Hopefully. Although I do have a plan. I'm trying to do some local things with the little guy. Like, I want to get a, I know it's going to sound corny, cheesy peasy, but I want to get a, zoo pass, a zoo pass. Now, our local zoo is okay and has a train there, so that would be really good. We can ride the train. Like, I can take them to the zoo like maybe once a week or something like that. But they don't really have, when I went online to look it up, they didn't really have. I'm using a sponge, so I'm using this sponge dauber from Crafter's Companion, and I can tell you right now, I don't care for it. I much prefer this dauber over this one, and I'm not sure why. I think I'm just accustomed to using that sponge dauber from Ranger. And I feel like this sponge doesn't soak up jack, right? But we're going to see. I've used this before, and I didn't enjoy it. So anyway, yeah, I want to go take him there once a week. Right now, this week that I'm working on this video for, it has rained every day, which is great. And then I checked the forecast for next week, and it's supposed to rain next week too. So I'm like, well, we might have to, meaning me, I may have to think of something to do at home. And he wants to play hide and seek and tag, and I just feel like that's a recipe for disaster in the house. And you know, we had that big freeze, so we had to, I guess I could take some pictures of it or do a quick video, but I'm not sure if that would be really cool or not. Maybe I could put it in a Facebook group, I don't know. But we had that snow, and so our backyard, we had these two little like trees in there, and we had this rose bush. The rose, it's like a rose tree or a random, it looks like a rose tree. It grows with no love. Like, if I give it water, it dies. But if I don't do anything to it, it just blooms and blooms and blooms and grows. And we had these other trees, and they died. And my friend had said that on the news, which, you know, I don't watch news, but she had said that they said if you have flowers like that, to go ahead and cut off all the limbs. And I looked out the window one day, and all the old limbs are just hanging out, and we have two in each tree, right? So we have a big green sprouted out of there, and I'm like, what in the world? So I'm dabbing first, and then I'm just going to try to rub all of that ink that I dabbed off of the stencil onto the card. But I wanted to get, you know, pretty decent solid color on there. There we go. Now, I didn't want to come down here because I do want to put the sentiment, even though, you know, the umbrella is not blocking all of the rain out. It's going to block enough of the rain out for us to get this done. And if we may be able to do another one, but I only stamped out one image, so we may have to do it. I can only recall that I've ever made maybe 2 Goodwill cards, intentional Goodwill cards, and there we go. That looks good. Let's take this off because I'll forget and leave it there. And it'll be there next time I'm looking for it. I won't be able to find it. So a lot of people wash their stencils. I tend to just wipe mine off, but if you want to, you definitely could wash it. It's yours. You want to preserve your property. Do what you feel is best for it. Just wiping it with this dry baby wipe. somehow the lid fell off, and I think I said this before, once the baby wipes are all used up, I will most likely not purchase anymore. But I have some from when my son was in diapers. So, they probably all dried up anyway. All right, so I'm just going to dig into my scrap pile, or I've already dug into my scrap pile. And I'm going to use this. I think these dots are blue and red dots. And I'm going to cut out enough for 2 shoes. I'm going to run this through really quickly. I could probably get 4 out. And if I can get 4 out, we'll just do 2 at a time, though. Sometimes when I fold the paper over, something just goes haywire for me. And, we're not about that today. We're not about haywire shenanigans. We're about getting some boots down and making them look lovely. All right. Now, the one thing I think I've complained about before for this Gemini Mini, which I like the Mini. I enjoyed this little system. I enjoy these systems a lot because I can just crank it through and not worry about it. But the folder I don't care for too much. I wish it was a little bit harder and less curvy, but that's just me. Other people say that they've used this and they've never had their embossing folders curve and curl on them, and you know what I say to that? Good for you. Good for you. I am not that lucky, apparently. So we're gonna get 4 boots, maybe a boot and a half. That's why they made washi tape. Washi tape will solve some of your problems, if not create more for you. So what do you have on your crafting agenda for today? I don't know if I'll make another video or not. I need to, because I have a collaboration video coming up and I haven't did anything for it, but here we are doing something for Not Creda. I usually tend to work like that. I wouldn't say under pressure, but I work a little bit backwards, unless I have like strokes of genius where I'm like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool to make. I want to try this out. Most of the time I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'll get to it. But I do not like, and it's been happening a lot lately, I don't like making videos the morning of the project. I do like to have them done a little, at least a day ahead of time. All right, so we got this shoe and this shoe. I'm not sure how that's going to look, so we're going to just take it off and check it out and see. And if it looks weird, because maybe I should have stamped it out and colored it in. This is the shoe, right? I mean, we could do that, but I want to keep the boots red and polka dot red, so we'll work on that in a second. Take this black marker. Although when you see rain boots normally are all solid color, from what I've noticed. Maybe just little kids boots. They're usually all solid color, the whole boot, and the sole at the bottom is like white. Right? Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Sometimes when I was just about to say, sometimes when I do this, I go extra. I go over it extra. That's okay. We have plans. We have a solution for that as well. No worries. All right, so let's look at our sentiment really quickly. So we can put sorry, right? Sorry you're So sorry, right? Sorry you're under the weather. Maybe sorry can go here. And I could, let's see. Kind of stamp it out really quickly. And this is why it's good not to throw your scraps in the trash. You know, you can just have those ready and available for you. Well, not, I mean, like, to be honest, some of the scraps that I've been hoarding, I need to get rid of. But if you have like a big piece, a sheet of paper, you could keep it. Like, I consider this to be a pretty decent sized sheet of paper because we're able to put our sentiment on there. But let's see. Sorry, you're... Ooh, that's some thick ink. Let's try it one more time. I said that's some thick ink, right? And then I redid it, and then I inked it out like a whole bunch of times again. All right, let's see. Oh, it's not gonna work. All right, so I'm gonna try it anyway because I'm an adventurer. What do you think? Sorry you're under the weather. I like it, but I don't want to cut the stamp either. That's my thing. Like, sometimes I don't mind cutting sentiments up, but sometimes I do. We could put it here. Yeah, we'll just do that because I don't want to be stressed out over this thing. Sorry you're under the weather. Okay. All right, so we got that one. And then we'll just put sorry on the other side. Although I've misplaced sorry. I swear. And maybe we could just change the color of sorry to be blue. No, let's do red. Because the boots are red, right? So we're going to just kind of tie it all in. And then we're going to color our umbrella. Now you see right around these edges right here. I probably will cut that. I don't mind that it has the excess on there, but sometimes I can be a little bit extra-handed, not heavy, extra-handed, and it could cause me some issues. So sorry you're under the weather. Our little boots. Now this don't look right. That don't look right. So let's go back to our stencil really quickly and see something. Actually, you know what? We're going to leave it just like that. And I am going to... Oh, what the heck? All right, so I have this. I created a little background, and I went around the bottom. Instead of putting those shoes on, I went around the bottom with the ink just to create like a hue. You know, like if you go outside, you can see... Here, you can see like water on the ground or whatever, versus the shoes. I was just like, yeah, you know, that don't really look too hot in my opinion. So all we're going to do now is put this in here. And I just want this background because it has some little drops on this water. And I'm using a card from Hobby Lobby. Card base, I should say. Card base from Hobby Lobby. And it has these little like lattice. Got this, and then we're going to do that, and then we will be done. All right, so as we finish this card up, I do want to talk about how y'all just was going to let me not put any color on the umbrella. Really? I swear. No, I'm joking. I looked at it, I was like, it's so plain in that one spot, even though this is a plain card. I feel like maybe sometimes we want to make it more than it needs to be. But as I was getting everything together, when I was pushing everything, putting everything down, I was like, oh, this could be a unisex get well card, because I chose these colors, lime green and yellow, or lime green and green, or I don't know. But also right here, I feel like it's a little bit on the empty side, but it doesn't need, we don't have to fill in every space on our card. It could be fine like that, but I do like it. So this is the first card that I've created from that kit. As you saw, we opened it up together and looked at it together. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video. It was very fun making it. I want to say thank you for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.